Hey, I'm Dylan from Stupid Raisins, and this is how to use Side Pop. You'll find Side Pop in the title browser. Just click on this button right here, and it will open up the title browser. And then scroll down to the Side Pop category name, and in here you'll see all of Side Pop's templates. It's divided into themes like angles, brush, burst, cartoon, and each theme has a left and right template. Left will put the sidebar on the left side, and the right template puts it on the right side. I'm going to add this left profile template to my timeline by just dragging and dropping it above my clip. Here's what it looks like. I can change the duration of my title by clicking and dragging on the end or the beginning of it, or I can select it and press Control D, and it brings up the time code in blue, and I can change that to a different value. Let's go for 6 seconds. I'll enter 600 and then press enter, and now I have a 6-second template title. I can also move it around in the timeline just like any other clip. I can change the text right here in the viewer. I'll hover over the text until I get this white bounding box, and then I can just double click on it, and then I can change the text. Let's make this into like a wedding announcement. I can also change the text in the inspector. The inspector will be over here on the right hand side. If you don't see it, just click on this inspector button up here with the 3 sliders and go to the text inspector. Then select the text you want to change, and here in the text inspector I can select that text and I can change it. In the viewer, I can hover over some text and get this box, and I can click and drag on that box to move text around. I can also change the font right here in the text inspector. I can change the size of it as well. And if I scroll down, I can click on Show in Face, and I can quickly change the color by right-clicking on it and selecting a new color. We'll undo those changes because it looks horrible. There we go, much better. To customize the look of your sidebar, go to the title inspector by clicking on this square with a T in it, and you'll see a bunch of parameters that have been published. You can use these to change the look of your template. We can turn the animations on and off, so now it just shows up on screen and then leaves. We can move all of this text at once using these position parameters. I'll just click and drag up and down on it, and I can move it left and right. Or I can click and drag down and up on Y to move it up and down. You can also double click on these and enter a value if you'd like. Each side panel comes with the option to change from paragraph to list. So you could have a list of items right here. And then to change that list of items, just click on it and it'll bring up this text box in here, and you can put in your own information there. Let's leave it as a paragraph. And then let's change the color. I'll click on this color picker right here. It'll bring up our color selector, and I'll pick this dark purple. And for my second color, I'll pick this light purple. I can also adjust the opacity of the sidebar. I can have it completely off or completely opaque. I can also adjust the positioning of the sidebar. If I want it to cover up more of the screen, I can move it to the right. If I want it to cover up less, to the left. This particular design has a white circle there, and I can change that color of the circle with this color picker right here. I can just click on that and select a new color. Click on this box with an arrow pointing down, and then go to the browser and find your clip, select it, but you also need to come up here and then select the start position if you're in list view. So this red playhead is going to be where the drop zone will start playing. So we'll start right there at the beginning, and then I'll press apply clip. I'll use pan and scale to zoom in on this clip of this couple and then reposition it with X and Y in the pan. There we go. You'll notice when it animates that it shifts the background video, or this video clip that it's above. It moves it over to the right. And I can adjust how much that shifts with this control right here. I can have it move way over or not so much. This is really handy if you want to recenter or recompose the action in the middle here. I'm going to turn off my sidebar with opacity for a second. You'll notice whatever is under the sidebar is blurred out, and you control that blur amount with this slider right here. So here's no blur, and we'll put it back up to 250, and then you can see it's blurry there. You can also add a drop shadow edge to your sidebar with these controls here. Just turn the opacity up, blur it a little bit, add a little bit of distance, and you'll see this drop shadow here that makes it kind of pop off the screen. Let's take a look at what we've got. Oh, that's a nice looking sidebar announcing their love for the world. So that's how to use SidePop. If you need any more help or have any other questions, just email me at raisinhater@stupidraisins.com. Happy editing!